What's up? Happy Wednesday. It's episode 76. Welcome back to the show. Oh my God, what? You're so hot. What? Thanks for being here. Welcome back to the show. I'm going to be a little distracted by your eyes during this episode. So bear with me if I get off track. Wow. Do you look more like your mom? Okay, Jacqueline, shut the fuck up. Welcome back to the show. It's Jacqueline. Happy Wednesday. I don't know what that was. I just want to compliment you. If it, it's been a rough year. Okay. I don't know how many, has someone told you you're sexy lately? Because I just did. I'm trying to help you out. Everyone's got it going on. Whether you think you do or you don't, you have it going on. According to me, I'm attracted to everyone listening to the show right now, and I can't hold back on what I just said. So, starting off the podcast with a compliment, followed up by a bitch session. Jacqueline demands a recount. I demand a recount on the Apple Podcast reviews of this podcast. Okay. According to the listeners and the numbers from yesterday's episode, no one did their homework. Okay? No one left a review because I woke up today and nothing changed. So, there's some sort of flaw in the system. I'm calling out Apple, throwing some heat their way right now. I don't know what happened. People listen to the show according to my analytics, and not a single review was left. So, I demand a recount, and also, please finish your homework and help me out. Go leave a review on this podcast. All right. Also, I'm here Monday through Friday on YouTube. Okay, Jacqueline, Jesus. Happy Wednesday. I'm here Monday through Friday on YouTube. Please subscribe if you want to hang out with me and stare at me. I don't know. I stared into your eyes in the beginning of the show and told you how sexy you are. So if you want to watch that and see it on video instead of listening to it, go over to YouTube. Also, patreon.com/tjms to support the channel if you want to support the channel. I'm tripping up on my words. Listen, yesterday was a fun, nerdy episode where I read about the book Atomic Habits. And listen, I've concluded this. Okay, guys, ADHD podcast, just bear with me. I'm going to go into the Atomic Habits book, but I got a guy outside with a mask on, parked his car. It's a silver Toyota. Is this a Camry? I don't recognize him. He's walking up to my door. Okay. If I get a knock at my door, I'm going to shit my pants. Live. Okay. He just looks intimidating. I don't know why silver Toyota, what I say, Camry is parked outside right now, but people are out. Today it's a bright day. It's a lively day. Shit. Okay, back. Jacqueline, get your head in the games. So, I need to go to the locker room and sit down with my coach and be coached right now. Jacqueline, you have a ton of fun notes to tell everyone today. You have a lot of interesting information you want to share. Get the fuck with it. Back to what I said yesterday about the podcast, Atomic Habits, the book I read. Back to what I was saying about that shit. Fucking A. I realize with the internet and people that are sharing information around, it's this giant regurgitation vomit session that everyone does. So I felt awkward. I was like, why am I trying to act smart? Or not like I was acting smart, but why am I sharing this book about building habits and how habits can change your life and everything? I'm like, I'm not necessarily a pro at this topic, but I basically read quotes from the book, and I talked about how those ideas apply to my life and how maybe it'll help you. So I don't know. I just realized that about the internet. Everyone's just like, hey, I learned something. I'm going to share it with everyone else. And it's just like this giant vomit session. Everyone is doing that. And that's honestly positive because that's how people learn new things. I shouldn't feel weird about that. I tried to help you guys yesterday. So go listen to yesterday's episode about Atomic Habits. I played Sexy Teacher Tuesday. Yeah, I know I've been doing that thing a lot where I'm complimenting myself, calling myself sexy It's like Sexy Time with Jacqueline at night when I nighttime podcast, and Sexy Teacher Tuesday. Well, listen to this, guys. I know that's a little bit like, who does that, right? Like, who am I to call myself sexy? That's so subjective and whatever. But I gotta like myself right now. I gotta love myself right now. I gotta say whatever the fuck it takes to affirm that I'm okay and that I'm not a piece of shit, because I felt like that earlier this year. I've been going through it. The last couple years have been a journey, but I don't know. I felt sexy yesterday. I had my teacher glasses on. Let's get into this fucking show. I demand a recount, by the way, of those reviews. Don't forget I said that. Please finish your homework. Go leave me a review on this Apple Podcast app. All right, let's get into it. So yesterday, let's talk about what happened. I had shitty sleep. Okay. I took a nap after I podcasted. I made breakfast and did some work, and then I took a nap, but it was great. I napped, kind of reset some of my energy. But speaking of breakfast, I have to tell you guys right now about the best breakfast ever. The best fall breakfast ever. I'm going to throw this into the category of paleo. Okay? So if you're vegan, if you're keto, if you're fucking vegetarian, I don't know. Just don't listen to this part. So this is what I combined in a bowl. I roasted butternut squash and I cubed it up. So good. Just like the best. And then I fried 2 eggs and a strip of bacon. Okay. Then I cubed up half an avocado. And then I took salsa and everything but the bagel seasoning, which is behind me on the set right now. I thought that'd be a cute set decoration for all my fellow avocado toast loving millennials who put everything but the bagel seasoning all over their shit. I sprinkled that on top. Listen, so you basically put butternut squash, fried eggs, a piece of bacon, an avocado with salsa in a bowl, and literally I'm a combiner of my ingredients. I love it when things touch. I love it when all my food is like smashed the fuck together. Okay. So I take scissors. My sister makes fun of me. I do this with all my fucking food, especially salads. I chop the fuck out of my salad leaves. I don't like big leaves when I eat salad. So I basically put all that in a bowl and just kind of lightly chopped up the eggs and everything, and then mixed around. Just telling you, it's so good. I don't understand why it works, but it works. So I made that, took a nap. Let's see what else. Then last night I did yoga. I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm at the point now where I've done yoga for 2 weeks straight and I'm craving it. So at night I was like kind of groggy after taking I literally took a 2-hour nap. Okay. Sue me. I woke up from that and I was like kind of groggy, but I was like, I just want to move my body and do yoga. So I did that for an hour. I made salmon. I had dinner, and after that, and this is the time of year where I leave my oven open for the extra heat. And it's like, I don't know, if you're fucking poor, just use your oven for your heater. I hate paying for heat. That's one thing. I'm just like, I think that rubbed off me from my mom, because I swear when we go home, like, we have a heater, we use it, but sometimes it's like we're camping. I'm like, Mom, can I turn this on, or am I going to get yelled at? Because when we were younger, I feel like we have an old house. It was running on oil for our heat in the winter, and we ended up getting a fireplace. It was great, but I don't know, I'm just used to suffering and being cold. And I'm such a dumbass. Lately, I've been opening my windows because it's my routine. I built the habit, speaking of habits, of waking up, and the first thing I do is open all my windows, like literally the air, like open them, so not just the blinds, but the fucking actual window, and I let all the air come in, and I'm like, Jacqueline, no, honey, it's November, it's freezing cold. I'm trying to cut the F-bombs today and dropped like 6 so far. Leave me a review and let me know how many F-bombs I just dropped so far. So I've been doing that, and I'm like, Jacqueline, no wonder you're so cold. Okay, so anyways, leave the oven open now if you're okay. Anyways, then I made dinner. I watched Your Mom's House on YouTube. I scrolled TikTok at the same time, multitasked that. I literally put my volume on my TV when I watch YouTube podcasts at like 10, and then I scroll on social media and I look at TikToks. And then like every now and then I'll raise the volume up. I'll like flip-flop. But because the Your Mom's House episodes are like 7 hours long, I just keep it playing, because I can kind of pick up, I can kind of understand, like my subconscious knows what the conversation is, even though I'm on TikTok the whole time. So anyways, I'm a proud social media addict. I think it's great. I'm here to tell you that as long as you have something to like counteract or like take away from your phone, that takes yourself away from your phone every day, which is my hour of yoga, which is my morning routine where I'm not really staring at my phone, which is I have these times of the day where I feel like I'm coming back to the present moment, but when I'm scrolling, when I'm cruising the internet on my phone, bouncing between apps, going to Amazon, going to TikTok, going to Instagram, going to Twitter, going to my mail, going to my Safari, searching some random shit. How many of you guys relate to this? So when I'm in that zone, life's great. I don't give a fuck. I'm like this is I can't how can I complain? How can I like it's so fucking fun. I love the internet. Okay? I love the internet. I'm a big fan of it. But I wonder, can you guys relate to this? So, do you remember? You probably still do this, but I haven't done this in a while because it only happens to me when I'm on my phone. So, I remember back in the day when I was in the present moment and I wasn't sucked away from my phone all the time, or sucked away with my phone. I noticed how I would like walk into a room and forget why I went in. And I guess that doesn't happen anymore because I don't have a ton of rooms because I live in an apartment. So maybe that's why. But hear me out. I feel like the thing I do now that's so similar to that, but it's on my phone, is I'll go to an app and forget why I'm there. Or I'll like go to Safari to search something because I thought of something to search on my browser like 2 seconds before I tapped it. And then as soon as I tap it, I'm like, why am I here? I can't tell you how many times I pull up Amazon, the app, to go like search or buy something, and like immediately as soon as I think about it and click it, it's like gone. Thought is gone, and then I'm like, well, fuck, I'll go back to another app. And the funny thing is, I'll when I'm like swiping out of the apps on my phone, I'll see something pulled up, and then I'll all of a sudden remember why I was there. And anyways, random tangent, but does that happen to you guys? Leave me a review. Let me know. Oh, I did something yesterday, so I kind of mentioned, this is kind of like a food related thing, I guess. Again, I talked to you about my breakfast, but I love lemon water. Let me take a sip now just because I said that. I need some water. Oh, I haven't gargled in a while. Should I do that? That was bad because it didn't go all the way back down my throat. It was like in my mouth. Okay, we won't do that. There's some ASMR for all my freaks out there. Okay, so I love lemon water, but it's frustrating to always have to squeeze lemons into your water. So I'm like, duh, just squeeze them all at once, put it in a little jar and store it in your fridge, and you'll have fresh squeezed lime or lemon juice the whole week. So I did that yesterday. I was like, I am so smart. So I feel like lately all these little extra wellness hacks and like green drinks and extra fucking steps I would take in my day, like I completely stopped waking up and drinking lemon water because I don't think it does anything, and I hate the routine of having to heat up water in the morning. I'm just like, yo, I drink coffee, I drink water in the morning, that's it. I don't fucking do the lemon water thing and the meditation and all that bullshit that it works for some people, but I literally used to do those things because I was influenced by influencers, and I would be like annoyed. I'm like, well, I don't look like them yet. So what the fuck? Where are my shredded abs? Or like, where's my amazing skin? Apparently this lemon water's, 6 months into doing that. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't get it. I just hate how people make everything so deep with self-care and wellness, and like when people take it so seriously, I'm like, they're not, it's like, why are you taking extra time out of your day to report it to everyone? I don't understand that. That makes, to me, and I've ranted about this before, whenever I take a moment out of my day to document, like, here's my coffee, here's my meditation I'm doing, it makes your life suck. End of story. Figure it out. You might not realize it now, but in a few years when you're overly, like, you're in too deep, you might be like, Jesus, I got sucked out of the moment of drinking my coffee every day that I had to take a fucking picture of it. So think about it. Once you stop doing it, your life is more autonomous, and you're just like living like a normal person instead of a cracked out like phone, Coffee. I made my coffee. Now I gotta take a picture of it. Now I gotta go to take a picture of my skincare. Now I gotta take a picture of my outfit. And I gotta share this. It's like these hiccups in the day. I don't fuck with it anymore. So, anyways, there's my quick rant. Anyways, lemon water. Squeeze it into a jar. And it's so much more efficient. I'm all about efficiency now. That's why I don't like to take moments out of the day to snap shit. I still do. Don't get me wrong. You guys watch my stories. But it's more like if something's funny or I'm posting about the podcast. I'm not just like doing this social media thing I used to think I was supposed to do. Anyways, let's get into my morning. Silver Toyota Camry man is still outside. I don't know why he's here. I almost want to go out there and ask, like, are you lost? What the hell's happening? So let's talk about my morning. I woke up, I did yoga. Okay, guys, I did my morning yoga. I literally am addicted. I cannot stand how much okay, Jacqueline, figure this sentence out. I can't stand the fact that I ever stopped doing it. That's one thing I've learned about myself in my 20s so far is if you like something, like, you can change your mind, you can try new things, but I'm frustrated because it's hard to get back your flexibility when you haven't really stayed consistent with it for about 2 years now. So I don't know. I'm just really excited to do yoga all the time now. I woke up. I made coffee. I worked a little bit. Did my makeup. I sit and do my makeup, and then I watch the Morning Toast on YouTube, which is Claudia and Jackie's podcast. I'm obsessed with it. It's just such a fun, like, lighthearted newsy, like, pop culture news podcast, and I'm sure a lot of you guys listen to it. It's awesome and they're great and they make me laugh. So, and they really make me want to get a Cavalier dog because they all have them now. They have 2 new puppies in the family because Claudia has Theo, who's older, and then now Jackie and their sister's name is Margot? I think it's Margot. They both got puppies. Anyways, join the family. Go join the Morning Toast family. Go listen to that show. It's great. So I did that. I love doing my makeup. I've been doing something new, by the way. This is for the ladies out there listening, where you don't put, like, basically everything I've ever learned about makeup is, like, going out the window because of TikTok. All these people are showing these new ways you apply your concealer, put on your bronzer, like, it's in a way that basically snatches your face up, back and tight, like right and tight, high and tight. What do they say? High and tight? High and tight? Grabbing my boobs high and tight. Someday. I don't know how much longer my boobs are going to look perky. Like, how long does that last? I don't know. I feel like 40, it's going to start changing. But hey, before then, just inject a little something in there, get a little silicone action going on, and they'll stay up for my whole life. And then every 20 years, I have to get them replaced. I can't wait. Guys, I can't wait. I think that'll be in the next boob job before I'm 30, probably. I've thought about it since I was literally 18. I've seen I've been into consultations. I've explored this. So don't come for me. I'm doing it. Come hell or high water. Okay, anyways, my makeup I did this morning. I tried something new. I'm on YouTube. I don't know if you can even tell. I'm side swooping my hair today too. I'm like wearing a braid. But you basically put your bronzer on the top, like literally the top back half of your cheek, and your blush too. And it makes makes you look more, it looks more high fashion and like high and tight. I don't know how to explain it. It literally changes your whole face, especially in person. I was looking at my makeup in the natural light in the mirror, and I was like, whoa, this looks natural. It doesn't look like I just stuck blush on the middle of my cheeks. So, all right, back to the task at hand here. Podcast number 76. This is literally like classic Jacqueline Monroe show. I tripped up in the beginning, so let's try to get back to the task. That was my morning, and then I'm podcasting, and guys, I didn't get outside yesterday. I need to go outside. It's beautiful. It's sunny. I need to go to UPS. I have some Amazon packages to return. The pretty little thing return. My sweatpants I ordered that were too big because I didn't know I ordered plus size. But shout out to Pretty Little Thing for having plus size. That's dope. Oh, we got to talk about Harry Styles. Okay, so a lot of people have been putting their skin in the game on this conversation, and I'd like to join the club. So here's my perspective. Candace Owens clapped back at Vogue or Harry Styles. basically tweeted about how that's not a manly thing to do. And I tweeted, you guys probably know the story. It's been out for like I feel like 5 days now, but literally I've been collecting Vogues. My grandma used to give me hers from the 80s and shit. I used to stack those bitches up. Every time I went to the grocery store, I'd buy a new Vogue every month. Had a ton of them. In fact, I want to somehow I really wish I could bring my collection to San Diego somehow. I probably could ship it for my mom's house, but if you don't know what avant-garde is, let's go through the definition of that. Avant-garde. I think I'm saying that right. Avant-garde. It looks like it's AVANT. It's a AVANTGARDE. Let's do avant-garde fashion. That'll maybe give us a better description here. A good definition for avant-garde fashion is forward-looking movement animated by innovative designers and artists who dare to go against the mainstream and propose ideas that stand out from the conventional. So Vogue does this in every issue. If you flip to the back, there's like 10 pages of someone out in a field wearing like trash bags all over their bodies and random shit. And so I looked at the cover of Vogue with Harry Styles on it, and he's the first male in the American Vogue issue on his own on the cover. I believe Justin Bieber has been on it with Hailey, and then Kanye and Kim. But there hasn't been a man on his own. So to me, when I saw it, I'm like, Harry's an example of someone who, and I tweeted this, I like wrote it out. I'm trying to because here, I'll just read what I said, because I think I'm more well spoken when I read word for word about this than I am just riffing. And then I'll riff, because you know me. Can't not riff. I'll riff after. So I said, people are overthinking the Harry Styles dress thing. It's Vogue, it's fashion, it's avant-garde. They do that in every issue. It's not a literal suggestion that men should start wearing dresses. It's not that deep. It's a statement because it's not traditionally manly. I wrote, Harry is a manly man who is an example of someone who finds joy expressing himself creatively. He's a star for a reason. No one is like him. I said, don't make this something it's not. So yeah, this is how people are taking it. And I feel like Candace Owens and a lot of people are, on her side of things are saying that they're making it sound as if Vogue is like suggesting that men should wear dresses now. And I'm like, that is so overthinking it, and that's going too deep. And it's not, it's literally avant-garde fashion. And he's the first man on it. To me, it was like it was a symbol of, I'm a man wearing a dress. This is the transition to men being on Vogue. Not necessarily men wearing dresses now and making that high fashion. I think and Harry's just, like I said, he's a star. He loves to creatively express. Look at his wardrobes throughout the years, his style throughout the years. He goes to the beat of his own drum. He wears big giant pants and like old 70s looking outfits all the time, and like he does his own thing, and he's an artist, and it's creative, and it's against the grain, and it's not, like I said, it's not a literal suggestion that men should wear dresses. End of story. Like, why do we have to? And I understand how Candace, she came on her story, I looked at it and said something that a lot of parents are like putting their, I don't know, kids in dresses, sending her tweets or pictures of them painting their kids' nails. And she made a good point. Like, let's not bring kids into this who can't like think for themselves and make these choices that adults do. Like being on a cover of Vogue, that was a choice. Wearing that outfit, everything Harry did for that, it was all that was an adult decision-making process. So she made a good point. Like, hey, let's not bring kids into this and show off and force our kids to paint their nails and wear dresses for the sake of making a point or trying to, because you disagree with Candace Owens' opinion. Like, let's not do that. So anyways, I had to get that off my chest because it's a hot topic right now. It's a hot topic. It's great. Any press is good press, right? Harry Styles is in the fucking, he's a, it just does, it doesn't make sense to me. Her opinion, I get where she's coming from, how, her whole thing is how, our society is like, we need strong men. We need to keep that tradition and whatever. And that's how society's been forever. And there's the other half saying, like, I don't know. You guys know the story. I feel awkward even mentioning it because I don't know. I'm just like, who gives a fuck? Like, to be honest, I'm so pro do whatever makes you happy. Who cares how people live their lives? It's not that deep, but I understand how maybe to Candace and people on her side of things are seeing it as, well, if a little kid walks in the grocery store and sees Vogue and Harry's in a dress, that means men are going to think they should wear dresses now, and that's negative because we need strong men and whatever. But like I said, it's not, it's avant-garde fashion. Did I finish reading uh, the the description? Let's go over it again. A good definition for avant-garde fashion is a forward-looking movement animated by innovative designers and artists who dare to go against the mainstream and propose ideas that stand out from the conventional. Does Vogue.com have... I'm going to just go and look it up. I just want to see if there's anything else. Because I didn't, see... I don't think I saw the pictures. There we go. He's wearing a kilt. Look, the guy's, he's not Scottish. He's from England, but I mean, he's wearing a kilt here in a picture. That looks like a kilt to me. That's, I don't know. Okay, I'm scrolling on the whole article. I didn't read it. I don't know what he personally said. I just know that, I mean, I followed that guy for years, and there's a lot of history I have in that department with One Direction and shit. And I get him. He is so secure in who he is and he's the definition of a rapper who doesn't give a fuck but who's not a rapper. He's like, I'm gonna wear a dress. And here's a picture of him in pants. I love how I saw people, there's another picture, him and Gemma, his sister, wearing pants. More pants. Him jumping on a trampoline, pants. Like I said, it's a statement. It's not traditionally manly. He's the first man on Vogue. It's a transition of okay, usually there's a woman in a dress on this issue, but holy shit, it's not a woman, it's Harry Styles. It's a statement. It's avant-garde. Go look at other Vogues and figure it the fuck out. It's fashion, okay? Damn, I'm liking this kilt picture. This is a long article. I'm so excited for him for this because it's like the ultimate Vogue cover. That's to me, I mean, I used to want to work at the place. I used to watch Devil Wears Prada. I used to collect Vogue. I used to love all that shit. And Gossip Girl. I was into fashion so hard when I was younger. Anyways, I'll move on. I hope you guys kind of get what I said about not taking it so fucking literally. Men aren't no one is saying men should wear dresses. Go take a nap and think about that. Hey, and if they want to, let them. I think a society with happy people that are happy about expressing themselves however they want is a good thing. Okay? And I'm grateful for both. I've realized this with the political stuff going on this year, that I'm appreciative, very grateful for people like Candace Owens, and then people that are far, far, far left tugging the rope the other way, because she brings out points that are valid and they bring out points that are valid. And so I observe a lot of shit and I'm like, well, how can we meet in the middle and both agree? Or how can we come to some sort of middle ground here? And I feel like that's kind of what I said about it. I don't know. Okay. I have a lot of, oh, my snowman just fell over. This is Bob the Snowman. I think I'm going to do another live stream, by the way, on Friday. Do a little drunken live stream. That was funny. Drink a White Claw. You guys named Bob the Snowman. It was a fun time. So let's get into my notes here. Speaking of doing what makes you guys... Okay. Was that a burp? Okay. Sorry, it's iced coffee and lemon water. Probably too much acid, but whatever. Okay. Speaking of doing whatever makes you happy, when I make comments like I did earlier about bloggers or people on social media taking moments out of their day to document their shit and making it this scrapbook, this virtual scrapbook all day long, I'm so pro do whatever makes you happy. I am so down for that. But sorry, there's a spider crawling on my table. Fuck. Okay, so I'm so pro that. Wait, I'm scared. I'm gonna slap it. I'm going to shoe it. No, I'm not going to kill it. Okay. So anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm so pro the happiness. Do what makes you happy. But I'm on the show every day, leading with my personality, leading with my voice, leading with expressing exactly who I am, as if we're best friends, we're hanging out at my house. This is me. And I speak and I rant about, all this aesthetic social media stuff because I used to be in it and I didn't know what I didn't know. And then years later, I became super self-aware of what I was doing, and I realized that my life sucked because of it. And I was sucked out of the moment, and I was doing this like nonsense stuff, and it was like making me, I guess it made me happy because I was like, oh, my life looks good online. I like my life. I think, my coffee looked cute today. Wow, I did such a good font on this picture. I made first of all, beep, beep, beep. Jacqueline just got ejected from her own podcast. I ranted there about cliches I always rant about. You guys get the point. Hey, this is all about sharing my opinions. You don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with me. But at the end of the day, I want you to be happy, do what makes you happy, but ask yourself questions and think about your choices and what you're doing. Take a step outside the box and look at yourself. Just think about it. Okay? So we're going to get into some things. This is an amazing TikTok. I'm going to share with you. Get ready to be completely glued in for a minute straight. This is a minute-long TikTok about the Kardashian family. And until I saw this last night, I didn't understand how entangled the entire family is. And so, I don't know if you guys have ever, followed it and kept up with the Kardashians at this level, but we're going to do it right now. Okay, so it has to do with how people are connected. How each member of the family and boyfriend and girlfriend are, intertwined together. So here you go. It's 1 minute. Here we go.
A lot of y'all are confused about the Kardashian entanglements, but let me just explain. Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, and Blac Chyna were all friends at the same time. While they were friends, Amber was with Kanye West, Rob was with Adrian, and Blac Chyna was with Tyga. Kim was busy getting married to Chris Humphrey, while Khloe was going for Lamar. Tyga had a baby with Blac Chyna, left Blac Chyna, and then got with Kylie. That means Tyga left her to get with Chyna's friend's sister. While this was going on, Kylie was friends with Jordan. Amber and Kanye West broke up, and Kim divorced Chris Humphrey. And Adrian broke up with Rob because he cheated on her. This now means Rob is single. Kim then goes for Kanye, which is her best friend Amber Rose's ex. Shady. While this is happening, Tyga's still dating underage Kylie. But Tyga started dating Kylie after he was married to Jordan Craig, yes, married. Khloe then divorced Lamar. And Tristan had a baby with Jordan Craig after Tyga divorced her. Tristan cheated on his baby mama with Khloe and Larsa at the same time. Khloe then took Tristan from Larsa, and Larsa is Kim's best friend. Kylie broke up with Tyga and got with Travis. Then Tristan cheated on Khloe with Jordan Woods, Kylie's best friend. Shout out the ghetto.
That's a lot. Guys, they're living on a different planet than we are. 100%. What did I just listen to? What was that? There are so many. It's it's a spider web. There's so many entanglements between each person. And okay, let me read the comments because I bet they're funny. I cannot keep up with the Kardashians. Kourtney, so unbothered watching them. Yeah, notice how Kourtney wasn't even talked about in that entire thing. Kendall either. Kendall's out too. I didn't understand. I think Tyga was married. I didn't know he was married. That's a lot. Wow. So I love TikTok. Guys, I don't know how to button up this episode because I feel like I need to come back to myself right now, come back, check in, go to the locker room, sit with my coach. I feel like, okay, I'm happy. I'm grateful. I'm okay. I'm this is my diary entry right now. Just bear with me. This might sound psycho, but I'm trying to bring myself back home. I didn't eat anything this morning. I think maybe I'm over caffeinating and I'm just all over the place, but I feel like that helps the content. Let's go to Instagram. I posted a pic this morning. Let's see if I'm getting any inquiries about. Oh, here we go. We have read your profile, Flame. We are waiting for you for a partnership. DM us, heart, as we are expecting you. Yeah, these bots that comment on your shit are so odd. As we are expecting you. They're expecting me to DM them. I don't think English is a first language here. Let's go to the profile. These always have like 300 followers. All the pictures are, they look like they stole them off of another Instagram. They're like fashion pictures of clothes that I'm like, there's a website. Like, what's the website it got on it? This is called Love Boss. Love Boss. Website isn't loading, of course it's not. Yeah, I get confused. Like all these, you post a picture and then somehow this robot, it's not someone actually doing it. It does a comment, and I always respond no. I think it's funny when I respond no, like no. But yeah, anyways, I don't know how to button up this episode. I just went to Instagram. What did I used to do? Oh, we could read about coffee facts. Remember I used to read coffee facts? I learned about the 12 laws of the universe on TikTok, but that's kind of boring. This little girl was like, guys, you have to know this. This explains everything in life. It's like law of attraction stuff, but there's 11 other ones that it's really interesting how, or I saw this amazing TikTok about how spirituality and science are the same thing. Like, I've never thought about it, but the laws of like the spirituality ideas or whatever explain science, and science explains spirituality. It's this crazy thing. And this girl, she was like 14. She's going through it. I don't know. Should I play it? Do you guys like listen to TikTok audio? It's insane. I like learning cool stuff on TikTok. It's my bedtime routine. I sleep great. Okay. Here we go.
I had an actual epiphany. What if science and spirituality are the exact same thing? So everybody knows the equation E equals MC squared, which proves that matter is just condensed energy and can be converted back into energy. We also know that energy is never created nor destroyed, which means that scientifically speaking, energy is the only thing in this universe that we consider to be immortal. It has no beginning or end. What if energy is actually conscious? This would explain so many theories in science, such as the wave-particle duality shown in the double-slit experiment. If energy is conscious and electrons are energy, then electrons have to choose which way they go when they are being observed. It would also make more sense about the Big Bang, how it just came from nothing because it was a thought. Same thing with life. It was a thought. It could also explain certain mathematical phenomena, like the Fibonacci sequence, a mathematical sequence that pops up all over.
You guys, wait, is it not done?
In the universe. And we don't really know why. We know that reality follows patterns, but what is causing those patterns? If they're all being created by the same brain, that makes sense. All matter in reality is just one consciousness.
Dude, stay woke. Fuck, that was so good. I didn't think, like, it was explained so well because she had a minute, but damn. And, you know, it's the whole manifesting thing, your thoughts become your, like, eventually a thought can become reality. It can manifest into that. And I've looked at my life, and I know I said yesterday, I'm like, how did I get here? I'm looking around, I'm like, I wanted to live here, and now I do. Like, I manifested this. Or, hey, I said I want to do a podcast 7 days a week, and here I am, like 3 months in, haven't stopped. And this wasn't something, by the way, that I set out to do like a year ago, and like I've always wanted to be a podcaster. It happened. It's so random. I've told the story so many times, but just like I didn't put myself in the future 76 days where I'm at now. I didn't put myself out in the future. I just said I want to do this 7 days a week, and now I can look back and go, wow, I did that. I've never done. It's like climbing a mountain. It's like, whoa, okay, I just threw out like an hour of content every single day for like 3 months now almost. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. Like, we're coming up on Thanksgiving. I'm going home. This is the second week. Remember I said, I think last week I was like, you're going to get me kind of boring by myself for another week before I go home to interview family and friends and stuff. So get ready for that. It's coming. Yeah, I'm just so excited. I texted my sister, we're going to go horse riding when I'm home. I'm going to go to her new place. I'm going to just hang out. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I've already kind of started packing. In fact, one of my Amazon deliveries today came, and it's like the cult followed makeup container, makeup bag on Amazon with all the compartments and stuff. So anyways, I got that. I'm so excited to go home. I just can't wait to honestly eat food. I just want to, because here's the thing. I don't know if you guys relate to this. If you live alone or if you're kind of like an adult who just like so in the, you have a routine of life you do all the time, but for the most part, I eat the same shit every day. I like I do everything the same. I obviously switch up certain, like some weeks I'm eating ground beef, some weeks I'm eating chicken, some weeks I'm eating like salmon right now, some weeks but you eat kind of the same stuff all the time. So whenever I go home, it's like, oh, my mom's got these cool wheels of cheese in her fridge. I don't have myself, or oh, my mom's gonna make a big spaghetti feast dinner or a lasagna. I don't just make myself a whole lasagna, but when I'm home, my mom just, and like grandparents, everyone cooks so good. And my aunt, I can't wait to bake with my aunt. She makes the best cookies. And when I think about it, let me reflect right now. Let me go, Dear Diary, this is what I want to say today as a final thought of the podcast. When I think about it, if I lived by family, if I could roll over to my mom's house on a Saturday morning and like go over to, her place for breakfast and sit there and cook with her and make it, like, that's life. That's what I should be doing. And I've kind of realized that now that I live here is like, in order for me to do that, I literally have to get on a plane and fly home and make a whole trip. And it's not a casual, like it used to be when I was younger, just like going over to my grandparents' house, just hanging out with them. No big deal. It's 5 minutes away. It's crazy how I feel like I'm missing out on core family like events because I live in a different state, and it's what I signed up for, but I don't think you know that going in so much, or you have to get a couple years under your belt living away to realize that. And I don't know if I'm willing to keep doing this. Like, it'll be a big test when I go home and be in Washington, but I literally don't think I could make it I couldn't live there again. I don't know. There's something about where I live now that feels like home more than anywhere else I've lived. I love San Diego. I feel like I'm supposed to be here for some reason. I don't want to be like that chick who thinks everything happens for a reason, but it feels right. It doesn't. The only thing that I said that I just mentioned that feels kind of off is how I'm so far away from family and just being in their presence regularly, like aunts, cousins, parents, like grandparents. That's what it should be, and I don't know. I really just want all of them to move here. Every time they visit me, I'm like, can we just like uproot and everyone live here? Because it's better. It's straight up better. Like, hello, it's November. It's like 70 out today. I'm definitely still, let me button this up and tell you what I'm going to do today. So, it's going on 9 a.m. I'm going to work, and I'm going to eat breakfast, work, do a little lunch break walk probably. I have to go to UPS. I'll do that in the afternoon. And yoga. So that's my day. I've done a lot of deep cleaning. I think I've told you that. I like reorganized my clothes, and I don't know, I just feel like my shit's together right now in a good way, and I'm motivated. I'm motivated. Here's another thought. I say this a lot. 2020 really made adulthood pound on my door. Like, it exposed the fact that I'm a mid-20s adult. Jacqueline, get your shit together. But I'm really embracing this new discipline I have about, minus taking the recycling and the garbage out because I fucking hate doing that, and I'm still looking at it. Okay? It's to my right, off camera. That's something I slack off on because I can't stand I have a dumpster I have to do a passcode on. It's so gross. And anyways, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I have it so good. I shouldn't complain. I understand. But everything else in my life is so like together. I can't explain it. Everything. I'm looking around like not only my cleanliness, but my personal business, my finances, my job, I've even posted regularly on social media. Like, I'm taking pictures. Like, I get it. I understand why people want to pop off on Instagram and show off, pics. Because literally it makes you feel good about yourself. When you're feeling good and you like how you look, it's like a good thing. Now, I always will say this. I want to lead with loving myself and who I am and sharing this part of me, my thoughts, ideas, my voice, my podcast. I want to lead with that, be known because I have a podcast and people know, they know where I stand on my shit. Lead with that. And then if I throw up a thirst trap or where the fuck, it's not like, oh, she's that Insta hoe. It's like, no, she's a podcast host who happens to, take cute pics and post them. Like, it's not my career on Instagram, which is what I used to think it should be. Okay, anyways, I'm on patreon.com/tjmss if you want to support the show. Speaking of pictures, you get more pics of me. You get more pics of behind the scenes stuff on Patreon. You also get phone calls. Some people do. It depends what you sign up for. So you can go over to Patreon to do that. It's simple. Patreon.com/tjms. And then also watch us on YouTube. I'm here Monday through Friday. Just go ahead and subscribe. I hit 100 subscribers. I feel famous. I don't know how to handle this. It's insane. 100 people. I've never directly addressed, have I done speeches in front of 100 people? I have, so I can't say that. But it feels like I'm famous. I mean, just to see myself in the triple digits, it's insane. So please, you can add to that number, go over to YouTube to subscribe, hang out with me, and then leave a review. Finish your homework. Leave a review. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. And I will talk to you tomorrow for Thursday's podcast. All right.